Good morning, welcome back to the zombie apocalypse, welcome back to Louisville, and welcome to patch 42.8. We got a new patch after like 7-8 weeks, I don't know. And yeah, some things are different, not actually that many major changes, but a lot of fixes, a lot of quality of life improvements. One fix I quickly want to show off because that affected me. You see these crates here. When I built this metal crate, it was actually constructed in the position of that wooden crate. It was constructed in the air, and that also because even though when I constructed it, I clicked on a tile inside the garage. And it was really weird, and I couldn't pick it up. Like you couldn't pick it up with this. Now, so I was going to show off the bug in this episode, and then the patch dropped, and it fixed it, and I can pick up the crate. Now, the metal crates used to be containers with the highest storage volume, but now they are the same as the wooden ones, and I think they're probably not worth the material cost. Other than that, between episodes I finished the front wall, so we now have two gates, so we can drive in, drive out. A couple windows to have some light in there. We still need to finish this, and again, this is supposed to be stone walls, so we gotta get some stones. One of the patch changes is that the stone acquisition, or rather the stone crafting, has changed. So breaking large stone into small stones. Now, there used to be a knapping and a masonry recipe. Now it's only masonry. And you no longer need a crafting surface. That's great. The downside is you now need either a pickaxe, a sledgehammer, or a club hammer, which is a little bit annoying. I think though we should have one. But most importantly, that means we no longer need to drive around with a table and then, you know, unload it, place it, pack it in again, load it in again. That whole thing is gone. Alright, let's see if we actually have a club hammer. Somewhere in our various tools. Yeah, alright, let's just take that with us. Stay ideally then also below 50. Now, I did see on a stream earlier today that somebody just got error messages when trying to pick up large stones. So maybe they are bugged now and we can't get any, which would kind of suck for our construction project. But we'll see. Let me also get a quick salad for the road. Now, in terms of storage for the garage, one comment suggestion was, hey, then why don't you get those fancy green military crates from the military checkpoint, which I think those might actually have more storage space than the regular containers, so that's a good argument to make. Mini checkpoint, of course, is probably cursed and full of zombies, but we can go there. You know, it's raining like crazy today, but we're not gonna be a good weather fighter today. We're gonna go out. One last update. So, a bunch of recipes I think changed and were simplified. I don't think anything that it affects us now. Now, all the construction work and making metal pieces for the construction actually gave me a couple skill ups. We now have metalworking at 7 and welding all the way up to level 8. So one thing I kind of want to look into eventually is with tailoring and metalworking together, building like a proper metal armor set. Now, if you've watched anything from me in the past, you know that I usually don't care about character armor. Yeah, I'm more about not getting hit by zombies in combat in the first place and not getting slowed down by heavy equipment items. But they would kind of look cool and badass to run around in armor. and just try it out. In worst case, we just put it on a mannequin and put it out on top of the front gate to make our base look cool. Right, there was one more big change in the patch that I haven't mentioned yet. And if you know about this change, then you might have an idea of what might be what my plan is here, and what the reason is why we're bringing the Challenger out. If you don't know what the patch chain is, just wait a minute. Just wait a minute. I'm gonna do something that I don't usually do when driving around. Alright, let's let's head down to the military checkpoint and check out how busy it is down there. And how many runners are gonna be there. I don't think we need the foraging thing. I wanna test out the large stone thing, if that's actually a bug that I also get, or if that was just something that this other streamer I was watching was experiencing. So let's see. Can we get a large stone? Yes. And we can actually use the right-click menu to break it into pieces. Wonderful. Okay, then just for science, give me one stone that puts me over 10. So I would be able to carry a large stone. Yeah, then it throws an error. In the past it used to unburrow it and just put it on the ground, but now if you can't carry it, it's not gonna get pulled out of the ground. Alright, easy. Now, you know, I don't know, patch that takes 8 weeks and then such a bug slips through. Me sometimes a little bit questioning the internal QA processes. Like, I've played this patch now for what, 5 minutes? It could also be that, you know, it wasn't deemed a critical fix, so it just wasn't fixed yet. But it's like on the long list of fixes that come later. Right, anyway. Let's drive down here. See if we find what I'm looking for. Yeah. We now have zombie ragdolls. At the moment just for firearm shots and vehicle collisions. But yeah, let me just... Oh boy. This is bad, because I always try to avoid zombies, right? I don't want to damage my car, but this is... Oh. This is too good. Now, I get the feeling, though, that almost every collision here seems to be fatal. Like, they touch the car, they die. That feels a little bit wrong. That certainly did not used to be the case. While we're driving down here, there's one more thing I wanted to check. So, back in the day, we were through all the houses to get barbecues. We hadn't checked the last 4 houses. You know, I want to at least, while we're driving by, have a quick look if they were any chance barricaded. think I didn't really pay attention to the houses when we were driving. Oh. Yeah, hang on. Hold that thought. When we were driving to the airport, wasn't really paying attention here. Okay. Hang on. Extremely silly, and I like every second of it. Now, the one thing you could now argue is that, hey, these armored cars that I keep using in most of my playthroughs, with that new damage model and those ragdolls, they seem pretty strong. And previously, I was always, no matter if I had an armored car or not armored cars, driving to avoid zombies. So I don't feel too much of that strength boost. But if I actually hit a zombie here and there, that definitely gives me a little bit more of an advantage. I wouldn't consider it game breaking. Can we just go through the garage here? No. Alright. Oh, it's the new sound when you drop items. Plank just made a thumpy sound. You're at somebody.
Hey!
Get them to smash a door. There's one more. This when you push them and they fall over, they don't just fall over like a piece of wood, but rather slowly tumble backwards. But it's also, I feel like there must be new zombie sounds. Like this was kind of sounded scary. I kind of was expecting that some of them to be runners, just based on the sounds, but I don't know. Right. Do we have anything interesting here? Cooking for, we're just reading at the moment. Schematics, already read. Take the chocolate. Bunch of ammo. That is also all already read. And here, nothing, and bunch of cabbage. Take that. Wine. Not sure about butchering 3, but butchering 2 we kinda need. Or can use. A new sound here for running over trash. Interesting. Right, ice eggs. They're fun. That with us a melee weapon schematic we don't have yet. Actually, iron pipes. What we need. It's good for welding torch. This X, sure. Skinny leather pants. Well, now you got my attention. First of all, can we learn from this? I want to make leather pants. Time for a change in outfit here. Well, overall, not the most exciting survivor house. I think I'm gonna mark it for all the ammo and stuff that's left in there. Stick it in there. Bit of a late start. Got distracted with the stones and survivor house, so I'm not sure how feasible this actually is to drive to the mini checkpoint. I guess we do a little bit of a scouting tour and see what the population levels look like over there. Well, yeah, one other thing I noticed, I remember from reading the patch notes was that there's like a new mechanic where you can get like sinew from butchering animals, and you might need this instead of thread for some tailoring crafting recipes. That look barricaded to you? Back to you on that. There's a couple zombies here outside the hospital. Couple, 2 or 3. Maybe we just need to get the green military crates from the mini surplus store rather than from the mini checkpoint. This would be a whole thing, getting into this place. Yeesh, okay. Turns out the entrance to Louisville is still kind of scary. Just wanted to have a look. Thanks for sharing, game. Do my best brave Sir Robin expression and bravely run away from this. Hospital parking lot, also not necessarily where you want to chill out on a rainy afternoon. Right, anyway. Have a quick look around here then. Is there a school there? No, it's actually not barricaded at all. Kinda these windows there looked as if there were like wooden planks in front of them, but it wasn't. Now, this window, on the other hand, this house, do we actually do this now? Look too busy here. This is so risky. Don't see anybody running. Yeah, maybe I should be. Constantly looking around. Is my car still free? Do I have the get out of jail option there? That's a runner. Also, one thing I forgot to mention. We are getting really close, thanks to our almost daily exercise, to leveling up strength. I think it's like 1,000, maybe 1,200 XP. While this guy's slowly coming in. Chickens. Chickens inside the trailer. Don't even have to look. You already hear them. So that's kind of cool. That's basically a little bit of a novelty for me. I don't think I've ever leveled up strength or fitness outside of the 0 to hero run, where we were starting with 0 strength and fitness, which, you know, obviously you're gonna level up there. Before we get in there, have a little snack. Kind of think in this window, since it's single barricaded, it's kind of the easiest one. Except... no, crawler can't come through a window, so that's why it's probably crawling towards the door. Trying to get... I mean, it obviously knows that it needs to go through the front door to get to me in the backyard. What this zombie ever? Not hearing anyone else. Doesn't have to mean there's nobody else. What's with all the ice axes today? What is an input for a favorited crafting recipe? That is incredibly useless for a claw hammer. It's like, yes, I need a claw hammer to build a wall, which is the thing I favorited. I mean, I can see how that is, you know, you're like, oh, I want to build this. I don't have the materials. I favorite it, and then when I'm out looting, it highlights the stuff I need to loot. Seems great. I just feel like it should only highlight materials and not necessarily, maybe, I don't know. If you don't have the tools, you also appreciate if the tools are being highlighted. But I'm undecided about this change. I don't hate it. Needle of an alien. Not super exciting in terms of, hey, okay, a rubber duck. We haven't had a rubber duck as loot in a while. Actually, what I should be doing, and I don't think that I'm in the mood for any sort of gun-related activity at the moment. And just in case that ever changes, let's mark the survivor houses where we left gun stuff behind. Just saw an error pop up there. Mini weapon schematics. A bunch of stuff that we don't know yet. Cool. Unique body armor. Oh, anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. No, actually, a simple blade. I will take it. Lead pipe. Nobody's favorite weapon if you're fighting with short lance. No, I really like. We did this on the mission for the lever, and doing it is again now. Like these kind of trips through neighborhoods, just looking for survivor houses, looting them, fighting a bunch of zombies. Kind of peak PZ for me. There's another survivor house here. But this is a little bit too busy and also getting late in the day and getting a little bit rainy. Very rough weather. I don't even know how good the super rainfall here is gonna be visible with the YouTube compression, so if it all looks very, very blurry, apologies. Let's actually take... Is this the road I want to be taking? Probably not. Yeah, this is the big parking lot. Okay. Well, looks like that raccoon family has one less mouth to feed. This is then university dorms. We're about, this is, I think, one of the lecture halls, maybe another dorm, I don't even know. Then we should be right next to the university library in a second again, and in somewhat familiar terrain. Also, pew! One more for good measure. Didn't even see him properly. Ah, this is gonna get my car so damaged. We're gonna have so many repairs to do. This that outfit is also certainly a style. Right, but on the bright side, we got some interesting loot. And we picked up a couple stones on the way. Gonna drop them here where we're gonna build the walls. Redrawn a little bit between this is kinda useful and maybe kinda not. But yeah, I brought some gravel the other day from the warehouse when I got the welding rods. Because I'm thinking we gravel then the driveway here and the part here, and the rest probably get some other flooring. I don't know yet. Alright, let's get inside. This is way too wet out there. Collection of jars on top of the fridge. Yeah, butchering 2 is the one we kinda need to read, I think. Butchering 3 is duplicate. Just get rid of that then. There must be some new ambient sounds. I don't know if that's from the bridge, from the generator outside. Okay, what do we have here? Heat metal reinforced weapon, glass chef, metal maul. And this one had make a tire body armor. That's the word I didn't quite see. Okay, and then now these show up as already read. It just says some recipes known. Just gonna read that both again. Let's get all our ducks in a row here. Beautiful. Anything else we picked up? The ice axe. And I want to keep my carry weight down so we can collect the stones without any issues. On. So each time I get in in range of the generator, that generator start sound plays. Put the ice axe in here. I guess the book and the wine is probably filling us up, but I think, you know, after such a day, the exciting new patch information, we deserve a little bottle. Cheers. Smashing. And instead of doing our exercise on the balcony, I'm just gonna sit by the bed and read a little bit. Right, time for sleep, and yeah, so we had a brief look there at the military checkpoint. That is definitely a multi-day, maybe even multi-week thing. Also, apparently when I have the map open, it's just counting up the arrows. I wonder if that's related to my save annotations on the map mod. Gonna have to look into that. Maybe I just have to disable that. For now though, I think I'm gonna spend I'm gonna do a trip here to the MIDI surplus store, see if we can get some of the green crates, if they actually have more capacity than the crates that we have for internal storage in a garage, and then also do a trip here on the zombie-free areas here and here to see if we can get the remaining stones, so that I can finish the wall. I think it's like 9 pieces of wall, each takes like 6 stones, so need to find 4 large stones. Shouldn't be too exciting, shouldn't take too long. And yeah, we'll come back in another episode to see what the garage is looking like. We still have a lot of roof to build. That's gonna take a lot of tree chopping. We'll see. We do a little bit of that, do a little bit of exploration. But for now, we're going to put a cut in here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.